Know that. I'm so excited.
Oh, snap. I just really appreciate you saying that. As we came on the show just now, thanks for coming back. Got the January lanterns, and she said I was a pro. A
Yes.
pro telling game recognized game. Let me tell
Yeah.
you right now, I'm so very excited to have Andrew and Kristen Camp. They're only our second musical artist to have ever come on. We had Nick Danger, and he was talking about Hip Hop Unity Day. So we've got the R&B, the hip hop taken care of, but they've got such a deep, rich sound. And a little bit about yourselves, please. I gave you a brief introduction, but I can never do people the justice they deserve. Here, tell us about yourself, January Lanterns.
Yeah. So I'm Kristen
I'm Andrew.
and we are high school sweethearts. We met here in Columbia at our local high school, and we got
Nice.
married really young. We had kids really young. We had 4 kids in 4 years.
Wow.
And then our marriage just completely tanked. We were sleep deprived. We were tired. We were, did I say tired?
You were
Really
tired.
Well, sometimes
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just kind of were thinking maybe this was all a big mistake. We met in high school choir class. So, like, music has always been kind of the invisible thread through our relationship. But when we were at our lowest point, I remember looking at Andrew and I said, like, I have nothing left to offer. Like, what do you even want from me anymore? And I thought he was going to make a list of things for me to get better at. Like, you could be this, you could do this better. But
Mhm.
instead, he said, I want to get up with you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. and have coffee on our deck. And so we did that for about a year. We got up every single morning before the 4 babies got up, and we learned how to fall back in love. Those mornings were, yeah, they were hard and they were painful. But somehow we found a way to use music and songwriting as a way to find each other again and as a way to tell our story. And so music really kind of saved us. And so that's where the January Lanterns was born, because we felt like two lanterns that were super far away that you could barely see in a fog. We got married in the month of January, so we felt like music helped bring our lanterns closer together and warm a cold month, warm a cold marriage. So that's why that's our name, the January Lanterns.
Wow, that is so awesome. And Andrew, what a good idea. Like, let's just start tomorrow and see what happens. What
Yeah.
I really like about this show is I learned so much about people that I thought I knew or knew of or what they were about. So you were saying that your marriage was kind of falling off. You had 4 kids, 4 years. How long had you been married at this time?
Let's see, at that time, we would have been married maybe 5 or 6 years, somewhere around
Yeah.
there. About
We
5 or
found
6
out we were
years.
pregnant within our first year of marriage and then 4 kids later. So, I mean, only like maybe 5 years into marriage, we already had 4 kids and a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and something even that like retrospectively, maybe we were thinking there and didn't realize consciously, but something we've been talking about is when music is for listening, and
Yeah.
the time on the porch and the patio or whatever, a while back, it was a time to listen to each other, and then that grew into like writing songs, and songs is all about listening, and whether you're writing a song with someone or you're listening to a song that someone else wrote, you have to listen. And so that's something even like now that I think about a lot and we talk about a lot of like how well are we listening to each other, and others,
Mm,
and because it's an important time to be listening to people. A
absolutely.
lot of
And
stuff
there's
going on in the world.
Well, yes, but there's power in conversation, and it really sounds like you refound that thread and,
Yeah.
and then went back to what brought you together. And I
Yeah.
just love that. That's like cyclical. So I know you have an album coming out. When is that coming out?
Yeah, so we just released our first single from the album last month. It's called Tender Woman, and it really focuses on my voice and my story and kind of my way of finding my voice again after I felt like I lost it, and regaining that strength and that power as a woman. Um, and so that came out last month, and we just released a music video last week for it that I absolutely love. I cry every time I watch it. And
Oh,
then we have a new single coming out in about 2 weeks, and it
Mhm.
focuses more on Andrew and kind of his, I would say, having ADHD and wanting to do literally everything that you possibly can, but realizing at the end of the day that maybe just staying home to take a breather might be better.
That sounds like a song that so many people can relate to, both of them. What was who does the majority of the writing when the song's about you or when the song's about Andrew?
I think Tender Woman, Kristen wrote, I think 98% of all the words in that. And then I sort of just helped get like a melody and kind of a general chord structure. And then
Okay.
I don't remember Take a
Take a
Breather.
breather. You wrote the words, and then um I think the melody too. Like, he came up one day, I think it was last summer, and he played it for me, and I was like, I love this. So,
Aw,
sometimes it's both of us writing together. Sometimes it's
yeah.
just one of us, and then the other one comes in and tweaks a few things. And then sometimes I think with Take a Breather, I don't think I had much to say on that one. I loved it from the first second I heard it. So people
Wow.
ask us a lot how we songwrite, and it's funny because
It's never the
it's
same.
so different every time we write a song. We don't
Oh, I
have a
love
full.
that.
No
I
formula.
love that. Now you can hear your songs on your website, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Website. Yep.
And what tell us what the website is.
That's
Just the Jan-
the JanuaryLanterns.com. And obviously, we're out there on Spotify and Apple Music and all those.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah,
where
those
can we find the music
songs.
video? Is
Oh, the
that on
music
the
video, it's on
Yep.
YouTube, and I also just released it. We released it on Facebook, on Instagram. We just kind of put the whole thing on every platform because who knows?
Okay.
I don't know.
Nice. Nice. So you're releasing a song every month now?
Yeah, up until
Love it.
yeah, we'll have our full album release, I think in
October.
September, October. We're still
Mhm.
kind of fleshing out the details there, but the album is done and it's ready to
Yeah.
go. Um, so yeah, it's really an exciting time for us.
Awesome. What's the name? Or is that still one of the details you're trying to get together?
Yeah, it's actually going to be called That's What Will Be. And
Oh, I love it.
yeah, it's a lyric from one of our songs called Trainwreck, and it's
Mhm.
That's What Will Be. And it's kind of like the whole album is being okay with being a train wreck and loving the mess, loving the hardship, loving
Yeah, at least accepting it.
accepting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Accepting
don't
Yeah.
have to
it.
love it, but you
Yeah.
realize that it brought you to where you are today. And so, yeah, the album is going to be called That's What Will Be.
Nice. Well, you have 4 kids. How old are those kids now?
11, 10, 9, 7.
Good job.
Wow. Back to back, 11, 10, 9, and 7. So many years have passed now, and I can tell you're in a good place and you're
Yeah.
doing something that's making you feel good together. Do you want to tell me a little bit tell our audience just how, I mean, that hard conversation really just sprouted into a learning experience, it looks like, for other couples?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to think where to start with that. I think, I think one of the hardest things about being human is knowing who you are and
Yeah.
and then accepting who you are, being honest with who you are and being vulnerable in that same space and how you like live with other people. And also how you like do life, like finding something that you're
Mhm.
passionate about. I'd spent part of my life doing things that I didn't really love. And, there was a time to just, get paychecks because like we had to support all these kids and our family and stuff, but also
Right.
knowing who you want to be. I might be going on a tangent, but I
It's
think
okay. I do it all the time.
yeah, I
Just as
think,
long as it's not a terrorist manifesto. That's when
yeah,
I really want to be like, "Urgh." Okay, go ahead.
I think like being honest with who you want to be and communicating that to who you live your life with, I think
Yeah,
is how to really at least be on the path towards healthier relationships if you're not already there.
yeah,
Um
Yeah, and I think for us, we went full time into music about a year ago, and it's been a really hard kind of journey again. It's like every
Mhm.
stage of life, there's gonna be challenges that you need to work through, and that's kind of where this album came from too. We wrote a lot of it last year, and,
Mhm.
we're we're so excited about it, but it's also terrifying to run your own business and realize that all the income falls on you. There's no set paycheck. You gotta
Right,
bring it
right.
all in. And so, yeah, it's been a journey to try to then realize that we're married and we're business partners now. So,
Yeah.
whereas before we just had to figure out the marriage part, now we've got to figure out the marriage with the business. And so it's been like Andrew said, it's taken some time to learn how to listen to each other in this new world that we found ourselves
Yeah.
in. But we're both super passionate about being full-time business owners and full-time musicians. And so we're finding our way. We're
Oh,
finding
yeah.
a path.
Yeah, you're doing more than finding your way. You're everywhere doing everything. We're having a annual meeting for the Ready Regional Economic Development and Corporation. Everyone knows is super dear to my heart. Who's going to be performing there? The January Lanterns. Recently had, what was that, the Makers Market?
Mhm.
January Lanterns. So let
Yay.
me tell you, if you want to book some powerful performers who will really just touch the hearts, the minds, and the souls, then you really need to check out the January Lanterns. So I'm just so very grateful and thankful that you guys kind of opened up a little bit. And I know, Andrew, you were talking about health. Like you just have to overall know who you want to be and be working towards that in a healthy way. And you said a tangent, but I just really feel like that is lost on so many people that I cannot be a good partner for someone else if I'm not trying to be my best self. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think even, like, how you set your goals, whether that's, like, a numbers thing or, like, a even more of a vague kinda mindset thing. Like, I had a numbers goal last year for, like, how many songs I wanted to write, and I got it, and I felt really great about that. And this year, I started the year thinking I wanted to do another song goal with an amount of songs this year, and I've scratched that. And my whole goal for this year is to be a learner and not be a knower. I want to be in a mindset where I'm learning from people and not being the person in the room that has to know everything. Because I think
And I want to point out what you just said too. Sometimes it's okay to scratch something off. It's
yeah,
okay to pivot and change where you want to go because sometimes we get so stuck in one mode of thinking and we're like, oh my God, if I don't accomplish this. But imagine if you scratch that off all the other things you could accomplish. So
yeah,
being a learner, sometimes we think we know, but I don't really feel like there's ever going to be a cap to learning. Would you agree?
yep,
That's right.
yep,
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry to
and
cut you
even
off.
like
Yeah, go ahead.
relationship wise too, it's like you've never learned everything about somebody. And the second that you think that you have, that's a big mistake. There's always more to uncover, there's always more to learn. And I think that mindset has kept our relationship alive because when you stop learning about somebody, that's where the sparks end.
I love that. So, which song do you feel like, if there is one, really describes where you're at now?
mm,
Trainwreck.
that's good. I
Yeah,
mean, that
maybe. I
yeah.
mean, that one really gets me. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of out of things that we've released to.
Probably Lantern of
Yeah,
Love.
I mean, Lantern of Love is, and we were like, when we wrote the song Lantern of Love, we got to write at least one song with part of our band name in it.
That's right.
Like the full
Yeah.
band thing to do or whatever. But um, yeah, I'd say Lantern of Love is all about coming together and accepting the other person and also finding the good in someone else, finding the good intentions and
Mm,
assuming the best of who you live
yeah,
your life.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Is there any way I could get you to maybe do a little acapella or maybe just tell us a little
Yeah,
bit about the link? Yeah, throw get it. I'm so excited because listen, it's a groundbreaking episode. This is, like I said, our first folk indie. And I want to say this too. It is just so beautiful, your story. So I'm eagerly awaiting the Lantern of Love. All
Yeah,
right.
thank you so much, Sarita. And I just want to say, like, while he's tuning the guitar, I appreciate you so much. I mean, just seeing you out in the community, you have a smile that just lights up a room. And
Oh, thank you.
like your spirit is contagious. Like
I love
you make
that.
others want to be just more positive. And so I'm really thankful for you.
You know what? I appreciate that because I hear it, but I really want people when they see me to know you can come out of something adverse and just be so grateful and thankful that you made it to the other side, that those thoughts and those people are still with you. And I feel like every episode that people watch and they know my past, I'm helping my friends. You know,
Yeah.
I'm helping my friends. So what better feeling? So sing us a song about love.
Yeah,
And
do you want to do like a verse and a chorus? The whole song might be a little bit too long.
Yeah.
You let me know.
We'll just do it.
no,
We'll play a
just
little bit.
give us what you want. Give us what you want. First of all, we can't give it all to them because they need to go and check you out.
That's true.
What it is.
True.
Tease them. Yeah.
A verse and a chorus.
There we go.
Watching the sunset on a dead-end road. We came here, we thought nobody know. Times are changing, but the town can't keep up. Lonely are the chains and nobody looks up. Bring that lantern closer, my selfishness down. Your pity you pour to know it. My worries and my fears run away like a child. That lantern of love, bring it in. That lantern of love, bring it in.
Oh, those two lanterns in the fog.
Yeah.
I love that. So what year? Okay, so you met each other, high school sweethearts. How that was beautiful first.
Thank you.
So how many years have you really been together?
Oh my gosh, I think it's
So,
exactly
It's almost 20.
20.
Pretty close to 20.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty close to 20.
Wow.
That's
We should have a
crazy.
20th
We should have a 20th
relationship anniversary. Or
Anniversary.
Yes, we
something.
should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That touches my heart because I have two birthdays. I have the day I got released, September 2nd. It's coming up. I'll be 2 years old out here. And then I know so much has happened. It went so fast.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yes.
Yes, and I'm so excited. And then I have my actual birthday, where I get older each time. So, it's all right. Listen, I want to thank you so much for coming on and giving us that wonderful song. But Tender Woman is the song that we're on right now with the beautiful, beautiful video. Tell us one more time how to get a hold of you, and can we book you through your site as well?
Yes, we have on our website, thejanuarylanterns.com. I think right after the initial, right now it's Tender Woman. The picture of Tender Woman, you can click on it. It'll take you to listen to the song. But then right under that, there's a contact form. And we are open for bookings. We play tons of weddings, private events, public events, festivals. We're playing the Fulton Street Fair coming up.
Couple weeks.
We will do it all. Anything that has live music.
Good. Well, I need to ask you this. If you could open for anyone who is alive today, who would it be? Oh, you already know. Who is it? Come on.
That's so tough. Oh,
One person that's alive.
They have to be alive.
Well, can it be for Kristen and I each, or together? Do we have to?
You can do it each. You can do it each. Yeah.
You go first.
Well, I have a couple small bands that are my ultimate faves.
Go hard. Go hard. Go big.
Joseph is a 3-sister band, and they come through Columbia pretty often. We would love to open for them. But then thinking even bigger than that, Lizzie McAlpine, Casey Musgraves. She's one of my faves.
Love her.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one of my favorite bands is Bon Iver. I would love to open for Bon Iver, or also, we just saw Jacob Collier a week ago, and somebody opened for him that was pretty similar to us. So I wouldn't mind that either.
Okay, now listen, we're gonna that's okay. We're not cutting anybody out. We need to be there too. Now we're going back in the past, okay? And even if they're not with us today, who could you open up for? Because let me tell you, I am a huge fan of music, and I could just be the hype man on like a rap concert, like yeah. Anyways, but anybody that's no longer with us, who would you choose to open for? No, that's
we were just talking about this, but probably the Beach Boys. I love the Beach Boys. Brian Wilson's a genius. So I would love, I think that would be really cool, even though, I mean, we don't sound anything like the Beach Boys, but that would be pretty neat.
I don't know. I can't think of anybody who's not with us anymore.
I mean,
that's what I'm having
trouble with. You just rolled your eyes like, oh my God, everybody like is still alive.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get inside my brain. I don't know. How about you?
You don't know? Huh?
How about you? Who's your favorite like artist that's not with us anymore?
Okay, so I would open up for Led Zeppelin, and I would come on with Heart because I know all the songs, and I want to be their brown skinned sister that just got in the band because I was long lost and they just found me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they just found me. And then listen, it would be a festival with Hendrix and Janis Joplin. And listen, I would be there. But guess what? I would be that hippie that wears deodorant and shades. I like the music, but I don't like being dirty.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Well, on that note, I just want to thank you so much for coming. And so you're going to have to come back because, Kristen, you couldn't figure out who your deceased person was you're going to open up for. So I want to welcome you to come back if you're on board and tell us something to lead us out about how we can contact you, where you're performing next, anything you want to tell the audience.
Yeah. Like we said, JanuaryLanterns.com is our website. All of our social handles, I think, are the January Lanterns. Yep. We're all out there.
Yeah.
Except for Twitter. We don't do a lot of Twitter, so don't check us out there. But
yeah, me neither.
Or X, whatever you call it. And then trying to think what else.
Video on YouTube.
Yeah,
might make you cry.
Yeah.
Tender Woman.
You know, our next song